What happened is I came in here, I watched a lot of news, did a lot of research this morning, and I came in and went back through the news, and it was just such a compendium of incredible stuff. I kind of overheated. I mean, my head was actually spinning a lot last hour. It's just each stack just totally shows you what's going on. Just a whole stack of them robbing pension funds, robbing little kids, robbing hospitals, robbing foundations, just stealing and scamming and just fracking while they run around trying to shut down all the clean energy. And just bozo leftists everywhere that want Bernie Madoff. 9 out of 10 Californians want Bernie Madoff as the VP running mate of Bernie Sanders. I mean, I don't get pleasure off how dumb they are, but we've got to be able to defeat armies of drooling zombies, even if just 20% of us and stuff know how to tie our shoes or wipe our hind ends. I mean, we're not on power trips. We just are, you know, we know we're alive, we're conscious, we understand humanity's history, we know where we're going, and we're not going to be ruled by a bunch of psychopaths and armies of drooling idiots. I just know we're going to defeat you. I know it. It's going to be a rough haul, and it's not going to be, you know, won or lost with Trump. It's just a symbol, a gauge, an indices, an indicator, a radar image. I just think about the hundreds of millions of Chinese that live in total slave conditions. And I think of the billions of people just living in nightmare existence, but so many of them are even happy compared to the richest trendy in the West with their distorted, twisted worldviews. But I think about the well-meaning dumbed-down liberal that really does want to help people and really does buy into all this guilt trip. I mean, if we could just get them to have a few original thoughts like fire, it would spread in their minds and they would become awakened, illuminated. I don't mean that in the Illuminati term. They're a counterfeit of that, but illuminated, enlightened. And because once that happens, it's a chain reaction. And all they need is someone reaching out to them and actually lovingly trying to wake them up. And we won't get to all of them and we won't save all of them, but you can get to some of these people, and it's our job to try to see them as humans and not just laugh at them. And Lord knows I laugh at them, but it's like a sad laugh because they are so dangerous. And their controllers, like Rachel Maddow, that knows that, you know, he is preying on those people is so horrible. They get off on lying to their audience, and that's what I can't stand. And Glenn Beck uses the exact same tactics as the left. All right, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with a guest that got censored by Facebook that Glenn Beck says doesn't exist. Former Clinton handler and insider will be joining us at the bottom of the hour. Larry Nichols is battling lung cancer. He's so sick he can't even be on video Skype with us. So everybody should pray for him. He's really fighting to stay alive, at least through the campaign. I mean, this is serious. He's the big source for Inquirer next week on the newest Vince Foster police reports, documents, and things that no one's had the courage to even publicly put out. Last time he was on, breaking down the Supreme Court justice and the fact that he was probably killed. He actually had Homeland Security there coming into his parking lot, pulling out. The police came, and they told the police, go to hell. And that's how serious this is. So this is very dangerous stuff we're going to be breaking down coming up at the bottom of the hour. He told us last week, watch, you know, you'll see next week Vince Foster and Trump talking about it, and of course that happened. And he talks to a Supreme Court justice and others. So this is very serious information. He's the original source on Whitewater, on Vince Foster, on the murder, and the rest of it. Then Roger Stone is on the cover of the New York Times today, dealing with the fact that they've sussed out the fact that he's the main political brain working with Trump. Of course, his business partner is quarterbacking, making sure that they don't steal the delegates. They've been successful so far on that front. So a lot of big news with Stone joining us. I'll just stop there and let him tell you as much as he can. But he was the most excited I've ever heard him. Had a long conversation with him this morning. He just got off the phone with Trump. Now, what's front and center for us to understand is we're winning the information war as classical constitutionalist, classical liberals, patriots. You can call us right-wingers, whatever, but really we're for lower taxes, national sovereignty, family rights, tolerant of religion, tolerant of people's lifestyles, whatever. Just don't try to run our lives. And Zuckerberg in the last year has met 3 times with the communist Chinese top censors. That's on record. He told a few months ago on a panel in Germany, German Chancellor Merkel, that he would censor people for her and was getting a handle on. We played that clip. Facebook's hired former Stasi members. This is mainstream news to go after, and then they call the police and they come arrest people that criticize open borders. France is arresting the main presidential frontrunner and has indicted her, Marie Le Pen, for saying this radical Muslim invasion is as dangerous as the Nazi invasion. So censorship is happening all over the world. They're reading from the same script. They're moving. The collectivists are moving. The authoritarians are moving. And a lady who I've seen Paul Watson interview many times, we featured her videos, Drudge is linked to them. She's amazing. I'd love to get her as a freelance reporter for us. I just get so busy, I've never reached out to her, but we're doing it now. She was censored last week, and she has the screenshots that are up on Infowars.com. Facebook bans conservative for complaining about censorship. And they said, we removed something you posted, and basically suspended her and said, if you keep doing this, we're going to get rid of you. This has happened to us. We've got screenshots over the years. Memes of about Benghazi and Navy SEALs getting killed. Just show their pictures, no blood, no nothing, and say, she lied, they died. They suspended us for 3 days. So even the Washington Post is out today saying Chinese-style censorship is dangerous because it worked and it's here. Now, Glenn Beck comes out and said Glenn Beck blasts conservative critics as progressives on the right. Right, Bart, and says it's not happening, and we just don't know how Facebook works. Even as Facebook admits that their own employees did it, but claim they were rogues. So they're admitting they're doing it, but he says it's not happening. Boy, what a friend. What a friend. I mean, Zuckerberg admits it's going on. He says it's not. This is just a incredible betrayal. Now, going to Lauren Southern of TheRebel.media. Lauren Southern is a contributor to TheRebel.media from Vancouver, BC. She's a second-year student studying political science. This may be an old bio at the University of Fraser Valley, who is well known for being very opinionated. And it just goes on from there. Her videos have got millions of views. She just goes out and nicely talks to liberals and social justice warriors, and they flip out. They absolutely flip out. And now I guess she's going to be silenced, and the Canadian government saying they're going to arrest you if you say transgenderism doesn't exist. Well, whether you believe it or not, I should be able to say the moon's made of cheese if I want. So real tyranny's here. It's not coming, as Matt Drudge was warned last year by a Supreme Court justice at dinner. He came here to warn us. He's reposted that interview at drudgereport.com. So this is happening. Nightfall is here on Western liberty unless we rise to the challenge and get more vocal and take action. So she's here to tell us what happened to her, her views on all this, and how she thinks we fight back against this. I think we all speak out more. I think we produce more information. I think we file lawsuits. I think we get aggressive because this is serious. Lauren Southern, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me.
Wow. So, I mean, break this story down for us and your view on it.
Right. So I had a friend of mine post on Facebook that Donald Trump doesn't hate Muslims. He just wants to defend the country from ISIS. There was nothing lewd about the comment. It was purely his political opinion. And it was removed by Facebook, and he was issued a ban. So I took that post. He sent me a screenshot on Skype, and I shared it on my Facebook and said that it's absolutely disgusting what Facebook is doing to conservatives, and they need to stop. And not only a couple minutes later, or maybe an hour later, I go check my Facebook, and it does the whole, you've been logged out of your account. That's always the note that you get when you're in crap with Zuckerberg. And then you log back in, and it tells you what you did wrong. I've been banned a few times now.
But now it's 30 days. I guess next is going to be forever.
I know. They will remove your account next time, which is kind of scary because I have 30,000 followers on there that I try to show my political opinions to. But they removed my post for complaining about Facebook censoring conservatives. And
is this not total 1984? They admit they're doing it. It's happening. There's a Senate investigation. You talk about it, and then they remove it and say it doesn't exist. I mean, that is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely incredible. And you know what? I've been banned before for posts that should not have been banned, and I could not contact Facebook to get my account back and just had to wait a week. If InfoWars had not reported on this, if Drudge Report had not reported on this, Facebook wouldn't have given a crap. They would have left me banned and my account may have disappeared by now. But they wanted to save face. They wanted to save face, so they contacted my personal email and said that this was caused by human error. Now, everyone knows the moderators. When you flag a post on Facebook, the moderator has to look at it and decide, does this fit our community standards? And that moderator looked at that post twice, because he first banned the first one that was removed, and then looked at the second one where I was complaining about it being removed and banned that one as well. That wasn't just an accident. That was on purpose. And Facebook knows it. They've come out and finally admitted it. And yet you still have establishment people like Glenn Beck coming out and saying, this isn't happening. I don't know why he's saying that. It's very strange. Maybe it's because it's majority Trump supporters that are being banned. I don't know, but it's definitely happening, and it's very scary. You have 60% of millennials get the majority of their news from Facebook and that trending timeline. How much damage is this doing that they're not getting both sides of the story?
You're right, and they're panicking. I'll tell you why. They're moving into authoritarianism. Even the Washington Post says we're in danger now. This is out of control, and everybody's really got to have a gut check here. If you're so-called liberals, you shouldn't be against other people's free speech. This is outrageous. This is dangerous. If they can censor Laura Southern or Alex Jones or Matt Drudge, who they admit they had orders to just block everything Drudge, which is just news, they can block everybody next. I mean, Obama has persecuted whistleblowers in the media more than all presidents combined. We're in danger, folks. Europe is arresting people for mild speech. Come on, let's not go down this rat hole. But Beck knows the censorship's coming, and he wants to be the token conservative, the Judas goat, to lead people into the future and to say everything's okay. Authoritarians always do this. In China, they have an authorized church. They have authorized conservatives there. Anybody else gets executed or imprisoned. I mean, this is very dangerous. He wants the position of Judas Iscariot in this new system, and that's why he's so dangerous.
Well, yeah, you heard Tucker Carlson talk about it. He said it was the most disgusting thing he had ever seen, the way that Glenn was sucking up to Zuckerberg. And I mean, I didn't think...
He said he wants to be a manservant, a manservant.
Yeah, it's just... That's very scary to see. And you know what? Beck and other establishment conservatives may think this isn't happening because at the moment, Facebook can't really censor pages that have millions and millions of followers because people will notice, right? But what's happening is, although this photo op apology tour occurred, at the base level, everyday Facebook users just saw a photo op. They didn't see anything change in their day-to-day life. My friends, I had my followers on Facebook send me things that they had been banned and censored for, and almost all of them had something that they had been banned and censored for.
And there's the answer. Let's talk about solutions. I think everybody should send you, Drudge, myself, everybody. We should make this a big news story, which we've already done. It's been Drudge and InfoWars and others that have forced this debate out there because we know the censorship was intensifying. We've been beating the drum for 6 months. Everybody, send your screenshots, send what they told you to us, even if it was 6 months ago, a year ago. We're going to create whole histories and do what the Senate probably isn't really doing and show the court of public opinion. No, this is organized censorship for good, wholesome Americana ideas. When the kill, last time I checked, it's been up there for 3 months, the kill Donald Trump page organizing his assassination with tens of thousands of likes is still on Facebook. So we've got to all stand up against this, speak out against it, and not let them normalize it. What else, Lauren, do you think we should do to help resist this and respond to this?
Well, yeah, first of all, exposing it. That was the solution to getting my account back, was exposing it and embarrassing Facebook, because they are embarrassed, because restricting free speech is something embarrassing to do. So they are being subversive about it and sneaky about it. And when you have, like you said, they've got a page that says Mary should have aborted Jesus up right now, and they'll ban anti-Mohammed pages. This is clear hypocrisy that needs to be exposed. The other thing that I've been doing is I just had Syrian Girl talk to me recently, and she's banned for 30 days for posting an anti-ISIS joke on Facebook, and she lost her account for 30 days. And I gave her the email of the woman who apologized to me and told her to email this woman and say, give me my account back because I was wrongly banned. I think I might just publicly publish this woman's email so that everyone who is banned can email her. We need to fight back. We need to not take this anymore because it is going